place.
Countries where they have the Varroa, they often treat it with chemicals at the end of the year to try and keep the Varroa mite down, and that's not good because that will get into your honey eventually. So.
There's loads going on in here. Obviously, we have some bees right behind me. We've got some suits that I can...
One, two.
Yeah. Hello, 2, 3. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Gather round if you want to see the sheep shearing demonstration. Daniel's already stripped off a bit to the females, showing big muscles with his arms. Here he is wrestling the lab in now. Hope he hasn't even worked up a sweat, still fully dressed, but it's a very cool man.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 2 of the Royal Manx Agricultural Show. My name is Libby Priest, and I am a long-standing carriage driver. I've competed all over Europe and mainly on the national circuit these days, usually driving a horse pair. And today we have Bethany Turner-Priest. She is my guinea pig, and she is also my niece, and she has been competing competitively for 3 years now. She's currently the youngest driver competing on the Isle of Man, and she's currently taking the national circuit by storm with her pony Acorn. Acorn came to us 4 years ago under quite sad circumstances. He's a Welsh Section A pony, and he was 7 when he came to us, and he was a stallion then, and he was castrated and broken to harness by myself with the help of the girls. He is now 12, and he has been successfully competing, as I say, on the national circuit for the last 3 years. Bess had quite a lot of success with him this year, winning 2 national events, and she's currently in training ready for the national championships, which take part next month down in Essex. We've put a little programme together for you today, basically to demonstrate the sport that we do, which is horse driving trials. It's a 3-day event consisting of dressage, marathon and cones. Kind of runs alongside the eventing competition, which most of you will have heard of Yasmin Ingham. She does the same kind of thing but on horseback. We do the same thing in a carriage. Obviously not jumping the fences. So I'm going to explain each phase that we do today, and we're going to have a little go with an obstacle and some speed, so you'll see Acorn going at his best. And then after watching the bikes yesterday, I was so impressed with the presenter jumping over those jumps with a microphone on his head and not changing his breath at all. So I thought, we can do that. We can definitely do that. So today, Beth's going to drive Cones course at the end, and then I'm going to jump on Acorn, who I haven't driven for quite a while, and we're going to compete against each other and see who can get the fastest and clearest round. So today we'll start with dressage phase. So dressage is the first day of competition for us when we get to a competition, and all the tests in each class are set the same, so everyone will drive the same dressage test and it will be marked. Each movement is out of 10, and the judges will count up the score sheets at the end, and we will find out who had the lowest score. The test is basically to examine the harmony of the horse. So as you can see, Beth's trotting round now. Acorn's nicely on the bit. He's bending that the right way, and the judge is watching the harmony between the driver and the pony and the different transitions that she would perform. So we'll usually do a walk, trot, in the more advanced classes, a canter. She'll also do a couple of halts and a rein back. So as you can see, Beth is carrying a driving aid, better known as a whip. So with a driving pony, we only have 3 aids: our voice, our reins and our whip. So the voice is our main trained thing, so everything is done from the voice, and then we back up those connection with the rein and the whip. So if he's not going forward enough, she'll give him a little tap with the whip and say the same thing again, so trot on, and he will trot forward. And if he's going too fast, or she's not happy that he's not listening to her, she'll half halt slightly with the contact and then hopefully bring him down using her voice at the same time. On 3-phase carriages like this one, she has back brakes, and everything is connected with safety quick releases just in case there's a problem. And she's just going to try a little canter transition now. So when we put the horse to canter, she'll just tap him on the inside to encourage him to step forward with the correct canter lead. So as you can see, he's cantering on the left rein and he's leading with his left canter front leg. So if you just check the rein, then we'll just do another canter on the other rein. Change the rein. If you can just do another canter on the other rein, Beth, sorry. And as you can see, Acorn has quite a lot of presence when he's canter the other way. Yeah. Quite a lot of presence in himself, because he's such a stunning looking pony. So he does get quite a lot of looks at shows because he's such a stunning little man, and he is quite willing and able to do with this competition. So after the dressage phase, when we've decided who did the best dressage test, we move on to day 2, which is the marathon competition. This is usually set over the countryside, usually between 10 and 16 kilometres. And we drive up and down dale, through trees and streams and etc. And then we have some obstacles set up in certain areas. They'll be in little forests, there'll be posts knocked into the ground which are quite solid, and they create obstacles for us to drive. We have to walk them to memorise what they are, how to drive them. Now we can drive them in any order, obviously, when we into the obstacle. You can drive it. Your horse is better on the right rein, you can keep all the obstacles on the right rein. But we have letters with the red flag on the right and the white flag on the left, which gives us the direction to which we have to drive the obstacles in. And Beth is going to show us how we do that now. So she can drive A to F in the alphabetical order, but she can go any way she wants to suit her driving style. So she's got a tight turn there, and she's going to aim for C now. So she's just gone through C with the red flag on her right, and she's taken another tight turn to D. Now if you can imagine, at a competition these will all be big solid obstacles, but we obviously couldn't do that and recreate that in the arena here today, so we've just made the best of what we've got. And she's just gone through E, and she's picking up F, back to the start and finish flag. So once in competition, pony muzzle to the start and finish, that's when we start timing, and when she goes back the other way then it'll be switched off, and that's how we create. So the faster she is, the less penalty she'll get and add to her score. So Beth's going to actually drive this at speed now. Can we have some music? Music? So we're just going to put some music to this to make it a little bit more upbeat. Acorn loves having a crowd shout for him, so feel free to give him a little bit of a cheer as he goes through.
I left my job, my boss, my car, and my home. I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know.
So Acorn actually has in his shoes today, so he doesn't hopefully slip on this hard, slippy ground. So she can go back through the A gate because she's cleared it already, and she can go back through B backwards if she wants to, because again she's been through that already, but she's chosen to go wider to make the turn better for him. Go on, Acorn. Woo! And as you can see, he's a very fast, slippy pony, so give her a round of applause for that. So once we get the scores back over the 8 obstacles and also the length and distance that we've done, you can get time penalties for not completing the course in the set time, so we get a 3-minute window to complete the course. Some of them are really undulating and really, really hilly, and Beth noticed that Acorn's fitness had to be a little bit more from the last competition, so she's been working really hard with that. So hopefully when we get to the Nationals, he'll be super fit and ready to complete the course as best he can. So then once we've established those scores, will be added together from the dressage in the marathon, and then the next day is cones. So while he just has a little walk around and a little rest, I'll just explain what the cones are designed to achieve. So in 3-day eventing, the show jumping is the last day of competition, and that is designed to test the suppleness after the cross-country, and cones are exactly the same. So if they knock a pole on jumps and 4 penalties, if we knock a ball off these posts, we get 3 penalties added to the score. Now this tests the suppleness and responsiveness of the animal, but also the mental strength of the driver. And you can be at the top of your game and be in the lead, and then if you're not mentally strong enough in the cone phase, you can drop like a stone. So it's really important to make sure that you are strong-minded and calm, which we're going to show today to see if Beth can manage to do this. So the cones are set at a width, so her carriage is 125 centimetres wide, and these cones are set at 145, which is only a 20 centimetre distance of freedom. So it's quite tight to get through the cones, but also there's a set time to complete the course where she will have to do it at a certain distance, and if she gets penalties added to a score if she's too slow, but not if she's too fast. So she has to keep her nerve and confidence in order to do well at this, and trust the horse is going to listen to her. And so when we are normal competitions, not only do we compete against our own people, so I'll be competing against other horse pair drivers, and she'll be competing against other novice drivers. We normally have a competition between us, so I'll be driving my horse pair, and I'll try and get a double clear, and Beth tries to get a double clear with hers, and usually we do it over a bottle of Prosecco. So I said to Beth today, I will buy her a bottle of Prosecco if she goes clear. But after the motorbikes yesterday, we decided to change it up a little bit. So Michael's going to time her to complete the same course, and then I'll jump on Acorn and I'm going to drive the course at the end. So she's going to be who's fastest and who's clear. So after you can go when you're ready. So you can do trot or canter in this phase. But what you're really looking for is a really open trot, so you've got ground covering and balance, and make sure you don't hit any cones. Oh, she's just not that one, sadly. So as you see, she's gone into canter now, and he's really covering the ground, but she needs to be able to get him back in order to get through all the obstacles, all the cones.
Destination unknown.
Give her a cheer as she goes past the grandstand. It takes a lot of confidence and self-belief. Oh, sadly, Beth, you just knocked that one too. Please, oh, and you had that one back there. Well, she's getting breathing space anyway. So obviously you see Acorn's got very excited about doing his job today, and she let him go very, very well. So give her a round of applause. And I'm just going to give Acorn a mint, and then I'm going to get my hat. Before, and I should have. So the group is there in order to help this driver, like Kate's driver that we've just done there. The groom is to help and hold the horse for safety reasons. Just the rein slightly. So the groom, did you hear that before about the groom? So the groom is there to keep the carriage on the ground. And to make sure that you don't hit anything. Don't you be turning the carriage and flipping it to make me look like I hit more cones than you did. As you can tell, our family is very, very competitive. So I am just trying to keep him in the middle of the cones. And obviously some of these are offset slightly, so we have to allow for that. What's on, Nathan? Good boy. Which way did you go? Good boy. So obviously I ask if he can fit, and then I touch it, so I make sure he's just listening. Don't laugh at me. Good boy. Come on, set boy. Out. Good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness. Destination unknown. Oh, you little boy. Come on, come on. Good boy. Well, I think that was Demolition Derby, but at least I tried. Good boy, God. I think you can safely say that you get the bottom coast today. So we'll just have a little swap. So I'll get onto the carriage, get in front of his head so the best can safely get back on the carriage. But we actually did that in the same time, 1 minute 26. But I have Sister Kate, best aim in the future is to become a pony pair driver. That's what she wants to do next year, so we actually have another little pony just like him at home. But it's a bit too early stages for him to come out today. So we'll have to see what the future holds for him. And I hope that you've enjoyed the small insight into our sport. And I would like to thank the Royal Manx for giving us the opportunity to showcase here today. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.